Hey there, Quinn here with Valhalla Outfitter. You can always catch more original content at valhallaoutfitter.com, and please come by and check out the store at shop.valhallaoutfitter.com. We appreciate a chance to earn your business. Today we're going to talk about this Riton or Riton, R-I-T-O-N spotting scope. It's the in the 5 series, the PRIMAL. It is a 15 to 45 by 60. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. You do get this case with it. I never get, it's nice to have something to carry your equipment in, but I never get that excited about a case when you're spending hundreds of dollars and they throw in like a $25 case. It's a nice touch, but you know, let's just put that to the side and really think about the meat and potatoes. It does come with a screw-up eye cap, which is actually kind of nice for comfort. The focus knob is right here as you would normally expect. It does also have this internal sunshade that you can bring out, which is very nice if you've ever tried to focus in on something and the sun's kind of working against you, be that either with your rifle scope or spotting scope. It can be kind of a pain in the butt. These retail for $9.99. I think you see them a lot of places at $8.99. And recently, if you're lucky, you get into them for around 700 bucks. I had kind of an aging spotting scope, and I didn't think it was really giving me all that I like my equipment to give me. And this was a pretty good deal, so I thought I would check it out. We'll get you a little bit closer, and then I'll talk you through at least the resolution test that I've done so far. Okay, so here it is a little bit closer. The focus knob is just the right amount of tension that you want to have on there to dial in. It's marginally forgiving. I mean, it's a precision instrument, so it has to be just right. You do get these aluminum eyepiece cover, and then you get the cover for the objective lens as well. One nice thing about this model is that it comes in at 44 ounces. Is the advertised weight, so I think it comes in right at 2 pounds, 2 3/4 pounds. Not too terribly bad if you want to truck it into the woods, into the backcountry. Doesn't take up too much space in the pack. I've got a Mystery Ranch spotting scope cover. This little tripod did not come with it. I just had it around from my old Vanguard. The Vanguard that I had was the Signature 68, and the Signature 68 it's an older model, no longer it continued. And here's a copy of the USAF resolution chart, blown up about full page at 30 yards. We were down here on the old Vanguard, and then we were on the super small on the Riton, if memory serves. What I ended up doing, I found this USAF resolution chart online, and resolution isn't everything, but at least it gives me some objective measure of what's going on in the scope, and clearly this is an improvement over the one that I had, which is kind of nice. You don't want to buy something and just find out that you're going to go sideways. The nice thing though is I found this online. Now this is the results from a resolution test. People had self-reported. This includes, you see right here, you've got the Nikon ED50. You've got the Razor 65 HD. I don't know if it's Gen 1 or Gen 2. Then you get the Swaro, and then the higher end Swaro, and the Kowa 884. See the dime for scale? So I went ahead and made one that is the appropriate size. You can test the resolution on your equipment as well. I just printed out the appropriate size USAF resolution chart. Use the rangefinder, take it out to 50 yards, and you see these series of black lines. You want to score your optic based on where you can no longer differentiate the black lines, where they become kind of blobular, if you will, right? So, oh, that was upside down, sorry about that. You can find these free online. The Nikon ED50, they don't make anymore, but when they did, it was about a $700 optic, but it did not come with an eyepiece, and they can cost as much as the optic. So you're up over $1,000 for performance right here. Vortex Razor. Now the Gen 1s are about $700-800. Gen 2s are closer to $1,200 or $1,300. I don't know what the Gen 1s were when they came out. You get to the Swaro, and for the lower model, the ATS, here you're at $3,500, and then here you're in the thousands of dollars for the higher end Swaro and the Kowa. The results from our test today with the new Riton put us right there, right in line with the Nikon ED50. I know it was not lower. It may have scored slightly higher with somebody with better eyes, but with my eyesight, without wearing glasses, I only typically wear glasses to read, we were right there. So, priced between $700 and $1,000, I think there's some real value in this optic. It's not far at all behind the Vortex. I think this chart is set up to be logarithmic. You can read up on the USAF resolution chart. It's kind of neat how they do it. However, in addition to the price, this optic is 4 ounces lighter than the Vortex. So if you're going to pack this in the backcountry, a 1/4 pound here and there can really add up. I am not the guy that is going to buy these multi-$1,000 spotting scopes. These guys do have a rock solid guarantee, similar to Leupold or Vortex, no questions asked. If it breaks, you send it in. The caveat that they offer you is that they don't try to fix it or repair it. They just send you a new one. And they try to have that turned around in 48 hours. And if something breaks in the middle of hunting season, that can be super helpful and important. The X factor is, are they going to stand the test of time? They were started by a veteran who kind of launched them in Arizona. I think some private capital, some private equity has recently come in to help them scale, and I think the founder has left the company, but they just celebrated 10 years in business. If you can stick around 10 years, I think you've got a pretty good chance of making it for the long haul. The warranty is only as good as the organization's ability to honor it. But after they made it 10 years, I think that they have a real good chance of having real staying power over the long haul. This has HD, ED glass, high levels of light transmission, fully multi-coated, has some proprietary wideband coating to enhance low light performance. I haven't had it out at dawn and dusk yet. I really just wanted to try this resolution thing. I'll do a few more tests on it and let you know what I think. But so far, for a 2.75 pound optic that can go into my pack for backcountry activity, it's a winner. Built-in sunshade's nice. The way that the caps fit on there is nice. Won't take up too much room in the pack. So far, the resolution looks good and the clarity is good at long distance. I did get a couple shots through it today. It isn't the best day for it. It was hazy, kind of gray on gray at a long distance cell tower that I'll show you a couple pictures of here so you can check them out. You'll see that at the very end for about 5 seconds. I think that's it. Initial thoughts, it's a winner, particularly attractive at kind of that, if you can get it on sale. But even if you had to pay the retail number, so far performance indicates that you're still getting a value. It is still performing admirably and is hanging with optics that cost quite a bit more. You really get to a point of diminishing returns when it comes to these high-performing pieces of equipment where, when you buy a rifle, if you want to shave that extra 6 ounces off of it, if you want to go from 6.8 pounds to 6.2 pounds, it's probably going to cost you $500, right? You want to go from 6.2 pounds to 5.5 pounds, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars. To squeeze that last bit of performance out of something is always going to cost a premium. And in the case of this, I don't know that for all the practical uses, watching animals, maybe occasional stargazing, but really glassing, looking for animals at distance, I don't think that the marginal improvement in performance between this optic and something that costs 2 or 3x, I don't think my eyes, frankly, would ever know the difference. So for the job that I'm going to assign to this, I think it's just right. you might want to consider checking one out if you're in the market for an optic. Guys out of Arizona, they're doing great stuff. Thanks again. Don't forget, shop.valhallaoutfitter.com. You can buy one of these. We appreciate your business and a chance to earn it. Thanks for coming by. Hope this helped you learn a little something about this 15 by 45 by 60 optic from Riton. Have a great day. Bye. All right, so here's the back deck. You can see the tower way off in the distance. And we'll get you a little closer to it. There you go. You can see it a little bit better. That's zoomed in. Then we'll show you max zoom on the iPhone, what that looks like, so you can get an idea of how far away it is. Now we put the scope on there, and here's what you get at the top of it. I was pretty happy with it. It's kind of gray on gray. It was a hazy day, but overall I was pretty pleased with the image that I was getting. It was really clear. When you get in there and look pretty closely, you can see all the detail. You can count those individual cables that you see there hanging down. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it so far. Not a lot of color in this shot, but we'll do a few more tests. Thanks again for coming by. Really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.